Hi, I'm Rowena, and now is the time to get your marketing for your restaurant and cafe really firing as the world is coming out of isolation and we are starting to come out of lockdown. So if you'd like to know our top tips for simple and effective marketing strategies that really work, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rowena from Food Marketing. I'm a food consultant based in Sydney, Australia. Over the years, I've worked with literally hundreds of cafes and restaurants. So if you're interested in opening your own cafe or restaurant, or you would really like to see your sales absolutely skyrocket of your existing cafe or restaurant, stay tuned for our weekly tips and tricks and advice. So as we start to come out of the corona worldwide pandemic, the crisis that has affected our food industry, now is the time for cafes and restaurants to come out of isolation with really strong marketing strategies in place to really help their sales during this period. So we're going to go through our list of top simple and effective marketing strategies that really work. Number one, create an online presence. This is absolutely crucial to allow your customers to find you. So if you don't have a website, you're not connected with social platforms, now is the time to do it. If you do nothing else than do a simple landing page with contact details, a menu and some professional food photography, do that at the very least. For in Australia alone, over 75% of restaurant bookings are actually made online. So if you don't have an online presence, your customers simply won't find you. It's a great trick. If you don't have the funds for a professional photographer for your food shots, contact your local community college and see if there's any students who'd be willing to do the photography for you, and then you provide them dining vouchers so that they can come to your cafe and restaurant and have a wonderful experience as payment in lieu of cash for their services. Here's another tip with social media. Create something at your venue that is Instagrammable. You want a moment. It could be a piece of artwork on the wall. It could be something quirky, humor, a mural, a slogan that people want to have their photograph taken with, or even just photograph and then share across their social media platforms. Another great strategy is to connect with influencers, particularly if you're a new venue and you're trying to get some PR. Now, a lot of influencers these days require payment, but yet again, just like with the photographers, you can offer a contra deal where you provide dining vouchers in lieu of cash, and that's a great way of getting your venue out. Okay, tip number 3 is what I will loosely call PR. Now, what you want to do is you want to connect with food bloggers and writers and curators of all of the best of lists. So it might be, for argument's sake, best coffee in Sydney, or it might be, best Italian restaurant in your area. You want to make those lists, and I'll tell you why. It's great for SEO and ranking, and it gets your name really out there. A lot of people, if they're driving through an area and they're wanting to stop, they want coffee, they want food, the first thing they do is, best coffee near me, or best pizza close to me. And if you're not on those lists, you're not coming up. Okay, before we go on to tip number 4 and 5, I'd like to know, write in the comments below, what are some of the most effective marketing tools you've used? And let's see what other suggestions are out there. Tip number 4, we are up to reviews. Now, if you don't ask, you don't get. So I'll tell you the trick with getting more reviews, and positive reviews at that. If you can see people in your venue have had a great time, approach them and ask them for a review on something like Zomato, TripAdvisor, The Fork. And the reason you ask is because it really helps with SEO and ranking, and it helps you be found. And as the old saying goes, if you don't ask, you don't get. Okay, now the final tip number 5, is to create interest by creating new offers. So a great marketing tool is a new menu. It's a seasonal menu. It's a regional cooking night. It's a cooking masterclass. Create something new and different. Put it out there across social media. If you've got an email database, send it out to your customers. Have signage, whether it's tabletop signage or counter signage in your cafe and restaurant, explaining what you're doing, and promote it. It is a great way of getting people interested in returning and seeing what's new and different at your venue. If you need some assistance with reopening your venue, make sure you click on the link below and you can access our coronavirus survival guide for restaurants and cafes. And it's a step-by-step guide of things you can be doing now in preparation to reopening and when you reopen to really try and get your business firing again. Now don't forget, if you've enjoyed the video today and you'd like more tips and tricks on increasing the sales at your restaurant or cafe, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell and you'll be notified every time we post a new video.